My grandfather, Ralph Francis Browne Jr., served in the 272nd Field Artillery Battalion of the Massachusetts National Guard, an all-African-American unit during the Korean War, and continued to work as a civilian with the Air Force during his time in the National Guard. He was the embodiment of a veteran as he used his skills learned in the military to help in community development and to remind veterans and their families the importance of their respective service to our nation. Service to his country became service to the community, and Ralph F. Browne, Jr. is remembered by so many in the community. He served as the commander of Mattapan's William E. Carter American Legion Post and on the Dudley Square main streets as an advocate for the community. He was president of the Dorchester Allied Neighborhood Association, and, in addition, he served as the president of the 272nd Veterans Association and the Organization of Afro-American Veterans. He was the Affirmative Action Officer for the Ward 15 Democratic Committee and the Dorchester's representative on the City of Boston Mayor's Advisory Committee. He became an early supporter for the Juneteenth Boston Committee, was the chair of the National Board of Directors for Blacks in Government, and was an active member of the 60-plus Veterans Organization. He was also an active member of the Organization of Afro-American Veterans, who sponsors the Afro-American Veterans Heritage Day Parade, and was involved as an early organizer for placing a Black veteran statue in Edward Gourdine Veterans Park in Roxbury. He leaves his wife, my grandmother, Wilma Browne, along with his 7 children, my aunts Vicky, Rosalind, Roxanne, and Renee, my uncles Ralph Muhammad and Roger, and lastly my father, Russell Browne, as well as 11 grandchildren who all remember the importance of Granddad's service to his country and service to the city by staying involved. Today, we still feel the pain of his physical body not being here, but we can all rejoice and know that he will forever be in our hearts, my family's heart, and the hearts of his friends and colleagues. Love you, Granddad!
Right here on BNN TV, and this is your host, Uptown Browne. And this show is dedicated to my late great-grandfather, Ralph F. Browne Jr. And I would like to thank my cousin, Kari Browne, for that beautiful memorial of our grandfather. Speaking about my grandfather, today I will be joined with Juneteenth committee member, Reverend Andrea Payne, and we'll be discussing the history of Juneteenth as well as the event happening on June 19th at the National Center of Afro-American Artists. But before we go to Reverend Andrea Payne, here is a little history of Juneteenth told by the newest member of Uptown Productions, TT.
Juneteenth is the oldest known celebration commemorating the ending of slavery in the United States. Dating back to 1865, it was on June 19th that the Union soldiers, led by Major General Gordon Granger, landed at Galveston, Texas, with news that the war had ended and that the enslaved were now free. Now, I must mention that this announcement was 2.5 years after President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, which had become official January 1st, 1863. The Emancipation Proclamation had little impact on the Texans due to the minimal number of Union troops to enforce the new executive order. However, with the surrender of General Lee in April of 1865 and the arrival of General Granger's regiment, the forces were finally strong enough to influence and overcome the resistance. One of General Granger's first orders of business was to read to the people of Texas General Order No. 3, which began most significantly with,
"The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves, and the connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between employer and free laborer.
The reactions to this profound news range from pure shock to immediate jubilation. While many lingered to learn of this new employer-to-employee relationship, many left before these offers were completely off the lists of their former masters, attesting to the varying conditions on the plantations and the realization of freedom. Even with nowhere to go, many felt that leaving the plantation would be their first grasp of freedom. North was a logical destination, and for many it represented true freedom, while the desire to reach family members in neighboring states drove some into Louisiana, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. Settling into these new areas as free men and women brought on new realities and the challenges of establishing a heretofore non-existent status for Black people in America. Recounting the memories of that great day in June of 1865 and its festivities would serve as motivation as well as a release from the growing pressures encountered in their new territory. The celebration of June 19th was coined Juneteenth and grew with more participation from descendants. The Juneteenth celebration was a time for reassuring each other, for praying, and for gathering remaining family members. Juneteenth continued to be highly revered in Texas decades later, with many former slaves and descendants making an annual pilgrimage back to Galveston on this date.
Thank you, TT, for that wonderful piece on Juneteenth. And like TT said, Juneteenth is a celebration of our freedom. And speaking about freedom, here is a piece of what to expect at this Juneteenth celebration.
Lift every voice and sing.
Lifting every voice in historic Roxbury is what Massachusetts College of Art and Design strives for every Juneteenth, and this year is no exception. We collaborate with the Boston Juneteenth Committee to celebrate the hard-fought freedoms of those whose blood, sweat, and tears built this nation. And together with others, we produce a moving experience on the grounds of the Museum of the National Center of Afro-American Artists. So please join us for this community-wide program designed to educate, enrich, and enlighten generations of all ages of the importance of surveying the past as a way of endowing the future. And count on Mass Art Spark the Artmobile to be on hand, with the art supplies and the team to creatively help you honor the day. So join us for the Juneteenth Emancipation Observance on the grounds of the Museum of the National Center of Afro-American Artists, 300 Walnut Avenue, Roxbury. Sponsored by the Boston Juneteenth Committee and the National Center of Afro-American Artists. For more information, please call 617-442-8014. Thank you and happy Juneteenth.
I will be lifting my voice and singing on Wednesday, June 19th at the National Center of Afro-American Artists, located on 300 Walnut Avenue. And joining me this afternoon to be discussing this event is Reverend Andrea Payne. Yes. And welcome to Going Uptown, Miss Andrea.
Well, thank you. Thank you for hosting us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're here. Now, may you educate my audience a little something about Juneteenth, like the holiday itself. How did it come about?
Okay, so Juneteenth is a commemoration of the day on June 19th, 1865, where the enslaved in Texas finally realized that they had been freed 2 years earlier. So what happened was, with the Emancipation Proclamation, the ending of the war, these people were isolated in Texas, and they did not know that they were actually free.
Wow.
Until the government sent General Granger over to Texas, and they were told that they were set free. And so Juneteenth really honors the ending of slavery because that was the last official day of slavery when they finally realized that they were free.
2 years. Now, why did it take 2 years for the word of the Emancipation Proclamation to get down to Texas?
Well, it was the Emancipation Proclamation, and there was the war that all intervened or whatever, but they just didn't know. I mean, and I'm sure, historians have debated that. So let's just put it this way, it was probably not an accident.
By accident.
Well, it probably just was not an accident. So they stayed enslaved. They had been freed by the Emancipation Proclamation. And the war came and it was over. They were free, but they just never knew that they were free until this day, June 19th. And so people started celebrating it around the country, and it built and it built and it built. And then your dear grandfather, Ralph Browne, he inaugurated it in Boston. He started a Juneteenth committee in Boston to commemorate the day. And so those of us who are on the committee, which includes your dear grandmother, Miss Wilma Brown, we come together every year and we sponsor Juneteenth celebration at the National Center of Afro-American Artists. And we do it on the day each year that Juneteenth was. So it's always on the 19th. If it's on a Sunday, we do it on that Sunday. So Juneteenth is June 19th of every year. And so we just come together to do an official observation.
Okay.
Is what we sort of call it, a Juneteenth Emancipation Observation.
Now, when did the Juneteenth become, well, it's not really a holiday. I wish it wasn't a holiday. But when did the celebration really become, like Massachusetts really accepted it? What year was that?
Oh, I'm stumped. They did sign, I know that it actually is signed as an official observance that they have gotten recognition by the state of Massachusetts. There's no holiday associated with it or not. It's just recognizing it. But I really could not tell you exactly what day that was.
Okay. Now, this is the 9th annual Juneteenth celebration at the National Center of Museum of Afro-American Artists. Now, what is the theme this year? Because every year there's always a different theme. And I know this year's theme is going to be very good.
Yeah, this year is preparations for reparations.
Yes.
In reverence to our ancestors.
Oh, yeah.
So we're having former State Senator Bill Owens.
Bill Owens, okay.
Yes, he is going to be the keynote speaker, and he's going to make the case for reparations.
Good stuff, because shoot, after all that hard work our ancestors did, we definitely need some payback. So during the Juneteenth celebration, what usually happens during this event?
Okay, so we do, it's sort of like a formal event, and we do, it's like a historical event that we sort of replay. And so we do readings of the Emancipation Proclamation because so many people have heard of the Emancipation Proclamation, but they've never actually read it or heard it. So we always read that, as well as we read the General Granger's orders. Those are the orders that gave him the right to tell the people there that you are no longer slaves.
Okay.
And then we read the 13th Amendment, because the 13th Amendment really does not free people. And I think people need to know that. People think that we're free, but it's the 13th Amendment really says that you are free unless you have been duly convicted of a crime, in which case you are no longer free. So when you look at the prison industrial complex, you understand that what it has been is a pipeline back to slavery. Because the 13th Amendment does not set you free if you have been duly convicted of a crime.
That's true.
So we try to plant seeds of history to create a deeper understanding for where we are now. Like, how did we get here? There's a bit of roadmap to where we are now, a roadmap to how we got here, and we want to look at that. As well, we do artistic presentations because art has been one of the things that sets us free.
Yes.
And it has kept us going. So we're going to have performers this year. Paul White Jr., he's going to be performing. He recently did something with the Celebrity Series of Boston. We're going to have a young lady named Danielle Ruffin. She's going to sing. I had a young man named Tayo Stuppard. He is he's at this point a student at UMass Boston.
Okay.
And he's going to do, not spoken word, but more like a dramatic presentation of something that he wrote.
Good stuff.
So he's going to do a presentation there. Then we also honor people in the community. Like last year, you were honored with the Ralph Brown Jr. Award. And we give one to people in the community who we feel have shown outstanding commitment to the principles of your grandfather.
And who are the people that will be receiving this award this year?
It's going to be Patricia Spence. She's the president and CEO of Urban Farming Institute. I don't know if your readers or if your audience is familiar with that, but they have a farm, the Fowler Farm. It's there on Norfolk Street
I've been
in
there.
Mattapan. Yeah.
Yes.
So the Urban Farming Institute is committed to helping us take back our produce,
Yes.
helping us take back our food by teaching people how to grow healthy foods at affordable prices in their own community. And so that's what they do. So she's the president and CEO, and so she's going to be the female recipient of the award.
Okay.
And the male recipient of the award is a Darren Howell.
Yes,
Y-
good man.
You know him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he ran for state rep. I want to say, I forgot what district, but it's over there in Dorchester. But this man does a lot. He's very vocal in our community. And one thing I noticed that he did recently is, I mean, he's probably been doing this for years, but he gave a lot of children, like he organized these programs during Christmas time. He organized for a lot of children to get free gifts and stuff like that. So that's good stuff. And I know I'm definitely going to be honored to pass the cloth to him as a tradition in the Juneteenth.
Yeah, well, that is absolutely great, yes. And he's also very active in the movement to reform the prison industrial complex.
Yes, that too.
And so that's right up our alley. So we think we have two really great awardees this year, as always.
Definitely, definitely. And you know, I was thinking, like, a lot of people have been asking about a parade. Like, everybody want to know, when are the black people going to have their own parade? Why not? This would be like best time to have it like during Juneteenth. Like, say we could just, everybody will gather up at Dudley Station by the Boots Bowling Building and then march up to the museum.
You know, maybe we'll do that next year. But actually, I've heard of this young lady she did a parade last year.
Oh yeah, Miss Toy Burton with the Roxbury Day Parade.
Yeah.
But you know, there's different other, you know, well, I just want something just for us, you know.
Yeah, well, it's in a changing world.
But I have a quick question though. I noticed recently too that there have been stuff at the museum recently, like meeting, like a couple of meetings for people coming up to show their support for the Juneteenth celebration at on 19th at the museum, as opposed to the debate of what's going on with the Museum of Fine Arts, because they are trying to have the celebration at the same time as ours.
Okay, so this is my understanding of it. So our celebration is at 300 Walnut Avenue. People friendly call it the Big Head
Correct.
Museum. So for people to be clear about that, it starts at 4 p.m. on June 19th. And if anybody wants a phone number, it's 617-442-9289. So there was an incident at the MFA where the young children from the Helen Y. Davis Academy, they were just abused.
Yes,
That's all you could say. It was just racial abuse.
yes, what a shame.
So this past Wednesday, I attended it. Some people who participate in MFA activities came and they had a meeting at the museum of the National Center of Afro-American Artists. And they're trying to figure out what are the next steps. What are we going to do in the face of this affront to our children and to us, our community? What are we going to do? And as a result, I know some of them will probably be attending our Juneteenth celebration.
And will there be a follow-up meeting like next Wednesday?
They said they are going to do that. I'm not part of that committee.
Okay.
But they are planning on doing a follow-up meeting because they really want to make some changes. You know,
Yeah.
primarily young artists, young activist artists, but they were of all ages too that were there.
Okay. And how long have you been involved with the Juneteenth committee? Since the inception?
No, I started in 2013 when I moved back to Boston.
Okay.
So so I've been doing them since then.
And what made you decide to join them?
Well, I think that history is just so important. That if you don't know your history, if you don't think about your history, you will not understand how you got where you got to. Amen. And I feel also that culture is vital. And a lot of people don't really recognize how important it is to support cultural institutions. But culture, art, music, dance, all of those things feed your brain, and they enliven your artistic ability, your artistic as well as academic abilities. They go hand in hand. If you know art, if you do art, and if you do math, if you sing, it's shown that there's a correlation between better outcomes in academic subjects.
Yes.
So that it's vitally important that the arts be supported. And when I got here and I found out about the museum, I said, well, I'm just going to hang my hat here because we're out there. There's the one Joy Street in Manhattan, not Manhattan, excuse me, the one in downtown Boston, the African Museum there. Then there's the MFA.
Yeah.
So we're also, this place that we do it at the Boston Juneteenth headquarters at the Museum of National Center of Afro-American Artists, if everybody's been there, it's a beautiful space.
Yes.
It really is very lovely, rolling lawns, and children come out and they run, and you get a chance to see what life is supposed to be like. Children just running and having a good time.
And it is a good time. But Andrea, I just want to thank you for joining us this afternoon. And please do come out to the Juneteenth celebration on Wednesday, June 19th at the National Center of Afro-American Artists located on 300 Walnut Avenue. This is Going Uptown, and we will be right back.
Okay.
Hello everyone, this is what's going on for June 2019. This Sunday at 3:30 p.m., Grant AME will say goodbye to Pastor Reverend Dr. Alvin N. Johnson Jr. as they celebrate the King Jesus through liturgical dance and pageantry in honor of Pastor Johnson's retirement at Grant AME Church, located at 1906 Washington Street in the South End area. Starting on June 12th, Building Pathways Union Pre-Apprenticeships will be looking for qualified people who want to begin careers as skilled building trades, men and women in construction and transportation. You must be 18 years or older, have your high school diploma or GED high set, be drug-free, have your driver's license, and must be physically able to do work in construction. Information sessions will be held weekly on Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. at YOU Boston, located on 7 Palmer Street in the Roxbury area, as well as Wednesday evenings at 6:30 p.m. at Building Pathways, located at 2201 Washington Street in the Roxbury area. If you would like more information, you may call their main line at 617-238-5292 or Azelle Martin at 617-988-4091 and Jordana Montero at 617-681-5775. On Saturday, June 15th, the Propa City Community Outreach Organization will be hosting the Family Restoration Day 2019 between the hours of 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Dr. Reverend Loesch Park, located between Wainwright Street and Melbourne Street in the Dorchester area. This event will have food, fun, and community resources for all. Later on that evening, starting at 8 p.m., Wanda's fabulous 50th birthday celebration will be taking place at the Irish Social Club located at 119 Park Street in the West Roxbury area. This will be a special party because Wanda lost her daughter, Brianna, to gun violence almost 6 years ago, and to honor Brianna's legacy, Wanda awards scholarships to high school senior students going to college. All the proceeds for this party will go to the Brianna J. Bigby Scholarship Fund. Please come celebrate for a very worthy cause. If you would like more information, you may contact Wanda at 617-291-0861. On Wednesday, as Uptown Browne and Reverend Andrea already discussed, the National Center of Afro-American Artists will be celebrating the 9th annual Juneteenth Emancipation Observance at 4 p.m. at the National Center of Afro-American Artists located at 300 Walnut Avenue. On Saturday, June 22nd, between the hours of 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., there will be fun activities, music, food, children book giveaways, and many more as the Family Nurturing Center will be hosting Fathers and Family Fun Day at Harambe Park in Franklin Field, located in the Dorchester area. If you would like more information about this event, you may call LaJuan Curry at 617-474-1143 at extension 231, or visit the website at www.familynurturing.org. Also, on June 22nd, starting promptly at 4 p.m., women, does your journey feel a little disjointed or unclear? If so, don't give up. God will make a way for you. Come to the Jewels in Jeans at Crystal Light Auditorium and Event Hall located on 799 South Main Street, Suite 18 in Bellingham, Mass., where you will have an opportunity to meet and fellowship with ordinary women with extraordinary faith and be inspired to dream bigger, see farther, and push for greatness. If you would like more information about this event, you may call 617-840-4384 or email wsavedbygrace@gmail.com. On Friday, June 28th, between the hours of 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., 1000 Watts will be hosting a basketball clinic for youth between the ages of 7 years old through 17 years old at the BU Fitness and Rec Center, located on 915 Commonwealth Avenue in the Boston area. There will be competitions and prizes at the clinic, and there are limited spots. If you would like more information, you may call Coach B at 857-389-2110 or email at 1000wattsb@gmail.com. Don't forget to bring your ball. Also, on Friday, June 28th, starts the 100 venues, 10 Fridays, every Friday, from the end of June through the end of August. Multiple sites are open for free. If you would like more information, you may visit highlandstreet.org or call 617-969-8900. Last but not least, on Saturday, June 29th, between the hours of 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m., New England Patriots Brandon Bolden will be the keynote speaker for the 19th Annual Men's Health Summit at the Whittier Street Health Center. The Men's Health Summit is an opportunity to illustrate the importance of educating men and their families to take control of their health, physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially, and to address the disparities in men's health.
That's what's going on with Uptown Browne for the month of June. And if you have any events that you want to share in further months, you can email them to me at goinguptown2018@gmail.com. And now for my next guest. Joining me is my brother and good friend, Daniel Borges, AKA Daniel Promoter. And this man is doing a lot in this community. He's not only promoting artists, but he is also a realtor. Welcome, Daniel, to Going Uptown with Uptown Browne.
Thank you, big homie, for having me, and thank you everybody who's watching. Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you.
So Daniel, you do a lot of things. Like I said, you do promoting for artists and you do real estate. But let's start with the promoting business first. When did you get started doing that?
Well, I started promoting other artists years back. I began as an artist. I first got played by DJ Funky Fresh, Rusty, on Touch FM. My dad's station, Charles Clemens, got played on Jammin'. And I just remember, oh, this was 2008. I just remember like not getting the support or not getting guidance from like the older rappers, and that stuck with me. So I started promoting other artists younger than me that were coming up. Instead of shunning them, I would say, you know what? I have a connection at this station. I'll plug you in. I like your music. Let me give you a shot. Let me help you out. So that's how it started, and then it went from artists to businesses.
Okay.
And then it became a business because the businesses would start paying me to promote them.
Good stuff.
And that I started that about actual promotion about 5 years ago.
5 years ago?
Like got my first check from a company, a demolition company. I did some videos for them and promoted them. And the owner, his name is Dana, he gave me $300. He was like, kid, I'm gonna pay you for this. This is incredible. Okay. And then that's how I started promoting. So I promote businesses, all types.
All types of business.
All types, doesn't matter.
Construction, like
anything. And for anybody out there, if you want your business promoted, just Google me. Daniel Promotes. All my contact info's on Google. Just Daniel Promotes, and you'll find everything. I promote everything.
Okay.
You know.
So let's get back to the music industry. How many people do you currently promote here in Boston? Right
now, I have two main artists that I'm promoting for. They paid me, and you know I really like their music. But more importantly, they paid me. Kanati 1000.
Okay.
He'll be here later. I'm promoting his album Ready or Not. And then my business partner, I'm promoting KB. His name is KB, Superior Race Entertainment, Teach Entertainment founder. So I'm promoting him. So those are the two main artists I'm promoting right now.
And how long have you been with them for?
Kanati, I've known him for 20 years now. That's my best friend since middle school. And me and KB, we met a couple years ago. No, actually about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I invited Preem and Supreme Entertainment and BMG out to Lawrence. I was running a club out there, and I said, big homie, to Preem, come out here, man. Because Preem was actually one of the first people who put me on the shows years and years ago before I became who I am, you know. So reached out to him, and they brought out BMG and Bugsy Streets. I remember he performed, Cadillac Spin performed. And these are all talented guys. I like them all. But KB performed.
Yeah.
And he put on a ski mask. And when I saw him put on that ski mask, I looked at my business partner then. Her name was Equa Goddess. Equa, he's putting a ski mask on. And he just captivated me because it was just so authentic and real. And we became good friends after that. And we've been best of friends since then. But he's one of my key business partners because he helps me close deals. He helps me find artists as well. He's very knowledgeable in the music business. So it's a very valuable part of what I do.
And earlier you say you promote everything. Does that same thing go with music? Do you just focus on hip hop, or do you promote all types of music?
All types of music. With the other guest that we're bringing on, Tony Tanos, he's a rock band artist. He has a rock band. You know, so I promote all types of music. I have to like it. They have to pay me because it is a business. Listen, I've been in this industry for about 11, 12 years now. Nothing's for free. No one's going to do anything for you for free. No one's just going to put you on. It just doesn't work that way. You have to work, and find ways how you can, you know, spread yourself.
Exactly. And what type of ways do you spread your clients? Like, how do you promote them?
Well, there's three things that I use. Social media.
Yeah.
So that's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, all types of social media, because it's free. So you can advertise on these platforms for free. You don't have to pay anything or anybody. A little tip for everybody: buying followers on Instagram or buying views doesn't necessarily work. They're bots. They're not actual people like fans. So I do social media, then I do TV. So I come on TV shows like yourself, Charles Clemens, Alina's show. I come on these shows and I promote businesses, and then also event hosting. So I've hosted fashion galas, I've hosted basketball tournaments for youth leagues, AAU. So I combine those three to promote businesses. I'll give you an example. I had a business that I didn't wear the T-shirt because they didn't pay me. Again, there's a business, they didn't pay me. I would have wore their T-shirt on here on TV and promoted their business. But I like Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's one of my heroes. So.
There you go. And why is he one of your heroes?
Because if you look at Snoop Dogg from when he started to now, and he's always been like a cool, relaxed dude, but you see the maturation and the growth. And you see that, and growing up in the hood, you know that the black man has been under attack for years, decades. We can't dispute that. So seeing a young black male who grew up just like how I grew up, even though LA's different, they have the gang banging and that's a culture there, but we grew up in the hood, impoverished, and to see him rise up, and also with the situation with Death Row at the time and everything, and seeing him become who he's become, how can he not be my hero?
That's true. And I know promoting is not that easy. Now, what are some of the most challenging scenarios you faced while you've been promoting?
People wanting everything done for free. That's the hardest part, because I love my community.
Yes.
My black community is everything to me. When the KKK tried to march here, I remember Minister Farrakhan directed me, go support Monica. We need someone down there. And I went down there, all black. I was on the newswire and everything. But we don't support ourselves. We're always skeptical. Hey man, I have a TV show with Tyree Brown, it's on BNN, and your own people be like, but you say that to somebody else, an outsider, and they're all, really? Like Tony, when I told him, hey man, I'm gonna go on TV, you wanna perform? Really? Oh my goodness. But I say this to some of the rappers, and they're like, BNN, and they're acting like, Matlock, you're not gonna get on Breakfast Club. You have to support your community and support your own.
Correct.
So that's the hardest part. Like, people are so skeptical, and honestly, I can't make an excuse for that. Like, how you not gonna believe in Tyree or Charles or Alina or me? How are you not gonna believe in us? And we're doing it right. We're not hurting nobody. I don't sell drugs. You don't sell drugs. We're not doing anything negative in the community.
Correct.
So that's the challenge.
And we're better in communities. You said that you got the word from Minister Farrakhan. How was it like meeting him?
I never met him personally. We was at the mosque, over at Muhammad's mosque.
Oh, okay.
And he just spoke to us, and he directed me, go down there and stand with Monica. And I went down there, and they were having a press conference, and I stood there with Monica on the news. I held her down, because there wasn't no KKK marching over here.
Oh, no.
And you know, Tito and Black Lives Matter, they already had mobilized, and they were down there. Like the Grandmaster, whatever KKK, they pulled up, and I heard that they pulled up they got to the park, they saw what was going on, and he said, no. And they got back on their planes and went back to Arkansas or wherever they came from.
And it's funny that you said that, because this morning, Monica posted something, an invite, and they're trying to do the same thing again this year, but they try to, bash the people that's, since it's Gay Pride Month and stuff. They
do a straight Pride Parade?
They try
and
to
he's gonna name
them.
it that?
Later on in August.
People really don't have a lot of stuff have too much time on their hands, honestly. They really do. We got young black kids getting killed in the streets. We got the same issues that we had in 1991, 1992. The same issues that Tupac was talking about, we still have them. But we want to talk about parades and stuff. Let me tell you something. When Tito ran for mayor, I supported him. And he had hired me to help him promote. I walked him to his first debate at Herbinian Hall with Marty Walsh. Marty's not a bad guy. But I feel like with the black community and Hispanic, there's a disconnect there. He's not racist. There's just a disconnect there. But I saw with my own eyes how our own community didn't support, Tito at that time.
And it's sad, because voter turnout should have been so much higher in that election, especially from us. A lot of people is just decided to stay home and not go out and vote?
No, a lot of people wanted, personally, like Tito would send me to Roxbury, different places to campaign for him. And there was people, you sell out. Listen, I'm like, why? Tito's the only one talking about the violence in the neighborhoods and stuff. Tito's the only one who will go and stand in front of the gangbangers and talk to them. Marty's not gonna do that. Marty's a union guy, like a union delegate.
You want that money?
Yeah, they're good. The constructions and the labors, this is a booming period for them. But everything else, it's, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is, and there's a lot of work to do, be done in this community. Now let's get back to promoting. Now, what made you decide to promote businesses?
It made sense because when I started promoting artists, what made me do that was in Boston, Boston hip hop in particular, the rappers don't support each other. Everybody thinks they're a star and you have to bow down to them, and no, this is just what it is. So when I was thinking about how can I separate myself from the pack, I said, I'm gonna support everybody. I'm gonna root for them. Genuinely. I don't just fake it, no, because it's not gonna work. Boston's a very violent city. And Boston, the people in the hoods, they're not stupid. They know when you're faking it. But I said, you know what, I'm gonna support everybody I like, genuinely, and it was a reverse effect. So I'm supporting and gaining love instead of, because I'm gonna rise regardless, and I was rising. I'm doing better shows, getting more press, I'm rising. But instead of being on some F everybody, it's all about me, King Kong, I said, no, let me keep that door open for you. You know, like how Charles Clemens kept the door open for me, how Rusty opened the door for me. Let's keep it open. So that's how that came about.
Amen. Amen. And we need more people like you in this community because, like, we have a theater company and we try to have people support us, but it seems like, you know, sometimes you may have to leave Boston and then come back for people to say, oh man, you went to New York, you did this, you did that, then they will want to see you. But if you're just coming from a community doing community-based theater, it's just like you don't get that support, and that's how it is, like how you said earlier with the local artists and stuff, like people just don't support each other, but we need that support. Yes, sir. So before we go to break, talk about like the work that you do best to reflect our community.
I feel the work that I do best would be in my music.
In your music?
Some of my influences were Tupac Shakur, Rick James, Buddy Holly. No, I'm influenced by everybody. Julio Iglesias was one of my biggest influences. And I feel that's the best reflection because my music is, I'm from the South End.
Okay.
It's historical in the South End and diverse. I feel that, and my music represents that. Like if you hear my music, and I just want to put this out there, this is for all the other rappers out there. I'm not a gangbanger. I'm not a gangster. I'm afraid of spiders. If I see a spider, nah, I'm out of here. If they shooting over there, I'm going over here. Like, no, I'm just a rapper, artist, you know? And I feel like that reflects me more because my music is a reflection of my community and my people. Black power, women empowerment. I'm really big on empowering women. So I feel like my music represents that best.
And then if somebody want to get in touch with you and want some of your services, how would they be able to get in touch with you?
All right. All you have to do is Google Daniel Promotes. Daniel Promotes. Just go on Google, Daniel Promotes. On Instagram, I'm Daniel for All, F-O-R, Daniel for All. And also, I just launched a new brand with some wonderful young ladies. It's called Trending Diva, for women by women. And that on Instagram is TD Got It, G-O-T-I-T, TD Got It. So you can contact me through there or just simply Google me, Daniel Promotes.
And then you always changing your Facebook pages. Like how many?
I'm going to explain to you the reasoning for that. I have maybe right now that I can count, because Facebook been around for a while, about 11,798 different Facebook pages. I experiment with them. So one page I was able to get it to like 5,000 within like a month, 5,000 friends and followers, whatever. And I just experiment with the pages, so I'll stick with which one is gonna work for me best. Right now, I came up with my real estate page, which thank you to everybody who's signing up for apartments. Oh my God, my check looks so good, thank you. Then I have one for the women's blog, Trending Diva. And then I have one for my music, which is just strictly for my raps, because I'm promoting my rap music and other artists.
Cool stuff. And you talked about real estate, but we're going to take a break pretty soon. But when we come back, we're going to talk about your career in real estate.
Thank you.
This is Going Uptown with Uptown Browne. Today I am joined with my good friend, my brother, Daniel Borges, AKA Daniel Promotes. And he is doing big things in our community with his promoting artists and also business. We are going to take a break, and we are going to learn a little something about a candidate for city councilor at large, Mr. Domingos De Rosa.
I'm here to speak on a few things you guys spoke about tonight. I would like to thank Representative Santiago for hosting this tonight, but this is not our first meeting. Us as Boston, we've been asking for this meeting across the city, not just in the South End, not just in certain areas. Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, Hyde Park is being left out of these conversations. So folks from those sides of the city are here tonight expressing themselves with frustration because we've been asking for this meeting. My sidekick is standing next to me because as she's been checking my pulse, I did play football, I do get a little aggressive, and I have to remind myself the reason why I'm standing here is because this child goes to Orchard Garden. I was brought into a group of parents. My children go to Mego, so I don't have the luxury of dealing with some of these professionals they deal with. So I'm here to speak up on behalf of some children in Roxbury that I mentor, that I work for day in, day out, trying to change their paths in lives. Us as the black community, I'm gonna be the elephant in the room, are tired of listening to folks come out and say all these services are happening, but we don't see it in the black neighborhood. And then when we do see it, it comes in the form of a police cruiser. And that's not the way that we want to deal with this anymore. We're gonna speak on that elephant, because that elephant needs to get skinnier, because it's only getting fatter. These kids not getting resources at the Orchard Garden that's less than a block away. They're closer to the methadone mile than BMC. And they have no security to fend off the addicts. We have cruisers sitting in front of the fire station headquarters with the lights twerking, and the guy 2 blocks down is selling everything he can sell for the safe zone so the people can get high. So Nino Brown didn't get a dope house. We don't think we should have a safe injection site. It's not fair to the city. It's not fair to the people who are around us. And lastly, it's not fair to the children who have gone through more than they can endure.
Domingos is a man that we do need in office. He has a real, sincere love for our community. And he doesn't just say it, he does the work. He goes out there cleaning up needles. He advocates for the Poor People's Campaign, as well as work hard with our youth. And before we went to break, me and my guest, Daniel, was discussing his promotions in music and businesses. But now we are going to talk about real estate. Now, Daniel, how did you get into real estate?
Well, I through my best friend Kennedy, I met his aunt, who's a real estate mogul, and she noticed my promotion and my press work, and she was like, "You should get into real estate." And I always had it in the back of my mind, and my manager HK would always tell me, "We need to get to real estate.
Yeah.
Let's get real estate. Let's get the brothers into real estate." And she's the owner of McCray Realty Group. So she basically took me under her wing. Right now I'm helping Section 8 housing people with their get their vouchers to get their apartments. I'm selling some homes as well, but I'm mostly focusing on the Section 8 because I'm cutting my teeth in it. I'm just learning the industry.
Well, that's a good thing that you said that, because, you know, because I told a couple of people that you was going to be on my show today, and they was asking me, like, do we help people find apartments who have Section 8?
Yes, that's my specialty.
That is your specialty.
And we have a bunch of listings right now. There's a bunch of listings for Section 8. And also, recently, a few weeks ago, they passed this law where if you have Section 8, right, and you know how you have a cap on your voucher?
Yeah.
If you decide to move somewhere and you qualify, you get the apartment, let's say in Hyde Park, but the cap is $2,400 and you only have $1,800, right? Section 8 will cover that difference. So you can essentially live anywhere with your Section 8. So to anybody out there that has Section 8, don't feel discouraged. If you need help with that, just contact me. Could I give them my number?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's 617-708-2052. Again, 617-708-2052. And also, I also have a partnership with JobGet. It's an app that helps you find employment.
Oh.
So if you need to find a job, I have partnerships with Louis Vuitton, with T-Mobile, with 7-Eleven. These are all places that are hiring. Again, just shoot me a text, 617-708-2052.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. And with the Section 8, because I do have a question with Section 8. Now, are you able to use your Section 8 to receive houses and stuff? Because some people say they was able to get houses with their Section 8s. Is that a possibility?
You would have to. I would have to connect you with my mentor, Alicia McKenna, because she knows how that works. I've seen people get homes with their Section 8. Yeah,
wow.
it is something. I don't know the actual machinations of it, but I've seen people with Section 8 be able to get homes and eventually purchase them. These are all government programs that exist out there. You just have to look for them. Don't get it confused. We live in a country that, although it isn't the best country, you know, in treating us, there's a lot of benefits out here that a lot of people take advantage of that they don't let the black community know.
Exactly.
If we just look, if we just take the time instead of just being on Facebook and talking about what Tyrone did to Keisha or what Julio and Maria are fighting about this week, go on Google and search things like that. Section 8 laws, Section 8 requirements. There's so many jobs out there too. I see so many young brothers who are unemployed. Again, contact me. I'll help you personally. 617-708-2052.
Now, you know, besides social media and using things like this TV show, with the real estate, because this is real important business, how do you get that word out for those people who don't really be on that type of stuff?
It's a mixture of McCray Realty Group has a vast network. They've been around a long time, and Alicia McKenna, my mentor, she's everywhere. She's sold homes everywhere. So we have leads through that, but also on social media, Facebook, Snapchat. I'm getting a lot of people reaching out. Also, you know, I do a lot of campaigning in the community for Charles, for different people. So it's just getting out in the community. I've been in every single neighborhood in Boston. I know everybody. I'm not to say I'm a tough guy. No, there's some places like I might be down by Norfolk and I'm not stopping. I don't care if I see a cute girl, and I don't care how good she look. If she waves, I'm not getting out here. But I know everybody everywhere in Boston. You know, so my personal network helps, and just being able to get out there helps a lot.
It does, sure it does. And you've been involved with real estate for how long again?
Now I've been dealing with her now 2 months. I'm gonna go take my test soon. I'm actually getting by a situation. I was fighting a case where I was falsely accused of something, of making a threat to somebody, and I had to go through a program. And I'm getting all the cases dismissed and everything. You know, the alleged victim is a informant, alleged gangbanger guy. So it was like, why would you tell the cops that I'm this, I'm that? So that's gonna be done. I beat the case, my record is clean. Now I'm gonna go to get my license and get busier.
Well, I know you're gonna get that license because you are definitely a go-getter. You're the type of person that be up all late hours of the night working.
Now I don't play on sleep. Sleep is a cousin of death.
And that's a go-getter, and you're gonna get everything that you want, and God's definitely gonna bless you. This is Going Uptown with Uptown Browne right here on BNN TV, and we are live, and I am with my friend, promoter, realtor, Daniel Borges, and we are talking about real estate, his music businesses, and promotions for businesses. This man does a lot. We will be taking another break, and when we come back with Daniel, he will be joined by his brothers that he was talking about earlier, his lifetime business partner, Kay Nardi, and his manager, Corey Lovins. Claude McKay, how are you, my friend?
Langston Hughes, my friend, I heard you leaving America. Is that true?
Yes, my dear friend. I'm just so tired of people saying no to me over and over again. But over there in Paris, better for us. I can feel it. Hey, why don't you come too, my friend?
No, I left my home country in Jamaica to come here to America, to read poems, to write books, and to become an artist.
Okay.
I will not leave, but stay here in America and fight for the freedom we all need.
Can't.
I have written new work about fighting back.
Oh, you have?
Yes, I have. When we, as wrong as people, we must fight injustice for justice.
Okay.
You care to listen?
Oh, by all means, speak to us, my friend.
If we must die, let it not be like hogs, hunted and penned in an inglorious spot, while around us box the mad and hungry dogs, making their mark on our cursive lots. If we must die, oh, let us nobly die, so that our precious blood may not be shed in vain. Then even the monsters that we defy shall be constrained to honor us, though dead. O kinsmen, we must meet the common foe. Though far outnumbered, let us show us brave. And for the thousands blows deal one, just one death blow. What thou lies before us, an open grave. Like men, we will face the murderous, cowardly pack, pressed to the wall, dying, but fighting back.
Excellent reading, Claude. Excellent. You must come with me to Europe. Your words are powerful and can be even more powerful over there.
Paris? No, Langston. My fight is here. I have traveled many miles across the ocean to get here to America. And I intend to get my feet wet by helping people to believe that they can achieve by using my talent to build our power.
Okay.
You go on to Europe if you must and get stronger.
I will.
And when you feel the urge, my friend, come back here and help us here in America. Farewell, my friend. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell.
Farewell, my friend.
I know that I'm on a journey, and I haven't reached my destination. I've got some more traveling to do. I keep writing and writing, and I know that some of it's good, but these folks just look at me like I ain't supposed to be a writer. Well, that's too bad, because that's what I am, and that's what I'm going to be. Maybe not here, but over there in Europe, I believe my time has come. Now, I am a powerful writer, and I want people to read my writings. Listen, folks, I too sing America. I am that darker brother. They send me to the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow, I'll be at that table when company comes. Nobody dare say to me, eat in the kitchen, for then they will see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am America. I'm on my way to Paris, and when I return, I will have a seat at that table. And we are back. This is Going Uptown on BNN TV, and I am back with Daniel, and he brought along with him his manager, Corey Lovins, and his business partner, Kenati, founder of Trip Strip Entertainment.
Right.
Welcome to Going Uptown, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you. So, can you tell my audience a little something about yourself, starting with Corey?
Well, I do construction, but as far as with the music and Bad's concerned, I like to be the man's mentor. I take great pride in it. And as far as the music, he got some great music coming up, and he has some excellent ideas as far as promoting and with the real estate.
Okay. And what's his some of his music that's coming up?
He got a few songs that me and him did together. That,
yeah,
he got a Durant song that me and him did together. It's not complete yet, but we're working on it. And looking forward to these things, being on the internet, and we just surfing on the net, But yeah, looking forward to it.
I am too. I can't wait to hear more about it and then look it up myself. And Kenati, how about you?
I'm doing well, sir. Thank you. And I am the founder of Trip Strip Entertainment, based out of Boston, Mass. Trying to reach worldwide. Thanks to Daniel Promotes right here. He's been helping me out. This is my best friend from the past, and
exactly.
He knows I've been doing music since I was like 6 and stuff like that. So it's strong, and me and him, we got a single coming out. Be on the lookout, everyone. It's gonna be big. It's called Boston Thing, featuring True L, Boston artist True L, out of Skull Gang Family Entertainment, and we doing big things. Trip Strip, it's gonna happen. Daniel Promotes, HK.
And how many people are involved with your entertainment?
So Trip Strip, the label, the entertainment label, I started it recently. So I have a few artists, Andrea Payne, and some artists I'm developing as well. They're gonna come out. But be on the lookout for Andrea Payne.
Andrea Payne.
Shout out to Payne. Shout out to
Andrea Payne. He's coming through, definitely.
Yeah. And do y'all perform like around the Boston area?
Oh, we've performed. We've performed, most definitely. And there's shows up and coming, shows coming in July.
Okay.
And we're figuring it out. But yeah, we're gonna get into the swinging motion of that. And it's all coming. It's a part of the music grind,
And if anybody wanna, find out more about your artists or more about your entertainment, how would they be able to do that?
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at Kenati1000, spelled KENAUGHTY 1000, spelled out all together, Kenati1000. And on YouTube, on the search engine, you could type in Kenati, and you'll see my contents on there. I got a sample mixtape called Ready or Not.
Ready or Not?
Yeah, because of Kenati, the naughty in it, Ready or Not, spelled the same way. And my official music video for a single called Flare, I just put out there, and it's on under the search engine. It's in my name, so you'll find it, Kenati. So I'm gonna keep on building up content. It's just gonna get heavy. It's gonna get heavier.
Well, I'm excited to see what's to come, because Flair, he's Flare.
A-R, yeah, F-L-A-I-R, yeah, Flair, yeah.
Oh, like Ric Flair.
Like
okay.
Ric Flair, yeah, but but I actually wasn't speaking of him, I mentioned in my thing, yeah, but it was more about the definition of Flair style. So.
Pizzazz.
Yeah, I got that. I got flair, yeah. We all got flair. You got flair too, I see you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, we possess that.
Thanks a lot. Okay, folks, that's all for Going Uptown, and we are gonna end this program with a live performance by Tony Trio. But before leaving, I want to thank my guest and my team, and most of all, you, the audience, for listening. Please make sure you tune in to every Monday at 8 p.m. on 102.9 FM, Boston's community radio station, for episodes of Going Uptown with Uptown Browne. And joining me this month will be James Bailey, the Juneteenth Committee, and City Council at Large candidate Reverend Priscilla Flint Banks. That's all for Going Uptown, and here is Tony Trios. Peace.
Listen to me, and I'll listen to you. You've got my honey, and I'm feeling blue. Could you stop messing? This is getting real late. She's a true blessing, and you don't feel the same, yeah. My lover, please surrender your love to me as the day goes by. And it feels like God stopped in time, and I find myself looking through the windows of my mind, yeah. Why does she love you when you lie to her face? She'll find out who's true and call you a disgrace. What's the matter with you? Whoa. You're the one that doesn't care for her, and I'm the one that knew. Whoa. And I'm gonna make it clear. My lover, please surrender your love to me as the day goes by. It feels like God stopped in time, and I find myself looking through the windows of my mind, yeah.